This is a Johnson University online tutorial. Assignments in Sakai: creating, viewing, editing, and grading them. In this tutorial, we'll discover assignments in Sakai, generally what they're used for, how to create them, how to edit them, and how to grade them. To begin, let's cover assignments in general. Assignments in Sakai are often confused with assignments as a general task or activity expected of students in any course. Rather, assignments, the tool, in Sakai allows instructors to create, distribute, collect, and grade online assignments. Courses often involve various kinds of tasks, though not all of them have direct corresponding entries in the assignments tool in Sakai. Take a speech course, for example. Having students write up a script and turn it in electronically using the assignments tool in Sakai is a legitimate use of the assignments tool, specifically because students can submit the text in a file and it can be even checked for originality. Delivering the same speech, however, to a live audience, while still a task, may not warrant an assignment tool entry. It would likely weigh on the student's overall course grade, but would only be noted as a gradebook entry, not an assignment tool entry. So, when do you use the assignments tool? Just about any time you want students to submit something electronically as a file or text content which has bearing on their learning, and for which you'll provide feedback, then use the assignments tool. Okay, so let's take a look at the assignments tool in Sakai. In this example course, you can see I've already selected the assignments tool. You can see several tabs or buttons across the top, including Add, Assignment List, Grade Report, and others. Further down, you can see a list of already created assignments with specific titles, status, open and close dates, and specified possible point values. You can also see that these assignments are released or made available to specific sets of students in the course. Entire site refers to every active participant in the course site. This one here indicates it's been made available to just a subset of the students in this audit-only group. Okay, so let's turn our attention to how to create a new assignment. Creating a new assignment simply involves selecting the Add button, providing a title, dates, and other required information, and then selecting the Post button at the bottom. Let's see how it's done. In Assignments, I'll select the Add button near the top. On the New page, I'll provide a unique assignment title. Open, close, and accept until dates using the Date and Time picker, along with a grade scale designation and some instructions. I can optionally include any of the following items, including use of a plagiarism detection service, automatic inclusion in the gradebook, use of peer assessment, group submission, and several other options. For now, I'm going to scroll to the bottom and select Post. Now that I've added the item, we can see it folded into the list of other items in the assignment list. Let's say, for example, though, that we'd like to edit an assignment, perhaps to change the dates. To do so, we just need to select the Edit link below the item we wish to alter. Make the changes needed and select Post or Save Draft at the bottom as appropriate. So, in this particular example, we're going to alter the dates in the Homework Lesson 5, just created, and make sure it's checked for originality, allowing students to see the originality report for themselves. To do so, I'll select Edit under the Homework Lesson 5, use the Date and Time picker here to alter the dates accordingly. Set the options under the Originality Detection Service area, and then select the Post button. There. Just like that, we've updated the item. Notice that the items in the assignment list with a red ribbon to the right of the title are marked to be checked with the Originality Checking Service. Now let's move on to the process of grading an assignment. For For the purposes of this tutorial, we'll demonstrate the complete process of posting an assignment to having a student submit the assignment, having an instructor assess the assignment, and then finally having a student review the feedback and score given on the assignment. So let's go through the whole process, from posting to submitting to assessing to reviewing the feedback given by an instructor. Specifically, we're going to look at the Homework Lesson 5 entry. Here, we can see its status is open, which means students can begin submitting this assignment. The Homework Lesson 5 entry appears here in the course within Unit 1. I'm going to switch over to a different window, to a student enrolled in this course, so we can see what it looks like for a student to view and submit the assignment. Here, in Unit 1, you can see the entry for Homework Lesson 5. As the student, when the item is selected, I'm taken to the assignment detail page, where I see the title, dates, and other assignment information. As the student, I've already typed up my work and just need to attach it following the directions listed here. I'll do so by selecting the Browse or Choose File button. Select the file from my device and then upload and submit it. Once submitted, the student receives a submission confirmation on the screen with a unique submission ID and similar notification to their university email address, as shown here, indicating which assignment was submitted when, at what time, and what files, if any, were included. Going back to the instructor view now, we can see new submissions for assignments by looking at the In/New column. There are also notification settings for each assignment if you'd like to be notified by email of new submissions, rather than having to log in to check for new submissions every time. To grade this assignment, I can either click the grade link below the assignment title or the In/New entry for the item here. On the new page, I can see the course's list of participants, including who has submitted and who has not. If using an originality checking service, indicator flags will show up under this column with links to see the originality report. To see specific students' assignment submissions, review it, provide feedback and a score, select their name from the list. On the new page, review the student's content, which may include selecting and opening an attached file, as well as accessing the originality report. In this case, I could download and use the comment features of Microsoft Word to provide in-file feedback, or I can review the document and provide feedback using the instructor comments area below. If connected to the gradebook, I can provide a score here, and if necessary, provide an opportunity for resubmission below the instructor comments area. For now, I'm going to provide a score here and a brief comment. There we go. Now I'll scroll to the bottom. Here, I can save the score and comment and not release the item back to the student. Or I can save the score and comment and release the item back to the student. In this case, I'm going to save and release to the student. Doing so saves the comments and grade score provided, allowing the student to see them. Depending upon what notification settings are specified for each assignment, the student may be notified via email of the item being returned to them. Now let's go back to the student's view and see what they see. In Assignments, as the student, I can now see that this item has been returned, and when I select it from the list, I can see the grade and feedback given below. It should be noted that while certain areas of a course can be hidden from student view, hiding the Assignments tool area will prevent students from being able to see feedback of this kind. Feedback is a critical part of the learning process, so if you expect students to view the feedback given in an assignment this way, the Assignments tool must be visible to students in the course. To do so, go to Site Info to manage the visibility of specific course tools. If you've connected the assignment to the gradebook, the score provided and the comments given in the instructor comments area will display in the gradebook when the item is released to the student. Here are a few other tips. You can use the Reorder tab to change the sequence in which students see the assignments in the Assignments tool. Drag and drop the items into the sequence you prefer and save the changes. If you're having students turn in a file, it's a good idea to specify kinds of files you will accept. You may find it difficult to grade a student's writing if it's a photograph of their handwritten work, for example. The Plagiarism Detection Service can check just about any kind of text file for originality, including Word, PowerPoint, PDF, and text placed in line in the Rich Text Edit window. If necessary, you can submit an assignment on behalf of a student, should they email you their work. For more information on these and other topics, check out the other tutorials and documentation. This is a Johnson University online tutorial.